You know, it was just a lot of things going on in my childhood, and at one point it was just unbearable, and I ran away at age 14, lived in abandoned houses, ate out of dumpsters, still went to school every day, still almost had a perfect attendance. But it was just despair. It was like the bell rang and I was like, okay, how am I going to eat now? And the only time I was not in defense mode or survival mode was school and the after-school program.
One subset of kids, middle schoolers. One jurisdiction, City of Richmond. Two sets of sectors, the school and the out-of-school time providers, to bring them together to better serve the kids. 3 to 6 p.m. were the most dangerous times for teens, young teens and teenagers. This is when our kids are most likely to get into trouble.
I just don't want to waste my time. I just don't want to waste my time playing video games, watching TV, and eating when I can do more mature things and more learning abilities here.
The difference between a student from a higher socioeconomic situation versus one that comes from a lower socioeconomic situation, there's a 6,000 hour learning gap. You know, that's 6,000 hours that using after-school programming we can make up for. We can provide those students an opportunity to have those enriching experiences that really levels the playing field, so to speak.
My favorite dish would have to be the ice cream sandwich and the hot and buffalo sandwich. Buffalo sliders. Yep.
I've had students that came here that before didn't say much. They just kind of sat there, and now they're my main students that speak for me, lead group activities, head of their elective classes. So it's like a triumph. This happened in their life.
It is working. If we could get to 40%, then we should start to see school-wide impact. That's enough kids who are participating that we want to see improvement overall for the school and the climate of the school and the grades and attendance rates.
I think NextUp represents the future of what OST time should look like, but to have this intentional time that transforms the school environment into a place of growth and learning in an experiential manner is something I wish I had when I was in school.
When I was growing up, I heard, you're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid. So for me, it was a great moment when I understood I'm smart. Next up is their shining moment when they hear, I can, you did great, you can do that.
There's one student that wasn't having the best day, and you know, they had to come to my office. I'm the principal. And, you know, they were upset because they were going to receive some consequences that was going to cause them not to be in school for a couple of days. And the very first thing out their mouth was, I'm going to miss my cooking class. I'm going to miss my time at NextUp. And that was the thing that hit home for me. Since that time, that child, because we've had that conversation, because they understood the consequences of their interactions and the connection between before and after school, they've never had any other disciplinary issues.
My forecast vision for NextUp is that we are going to have the leaders of this community and the national spotlight on Richmond that says Richmond has cracked the code. Richmond has figured out how to help its kids thrive. And Richmond's kids are on track to graduate high school on time. You know, that's what I think about. I just think about all the politics and the money aside, but just people working for kids.
To me, NextUp is what all middle schools need, an opportunity to give kids a chance to be more than what they are now.
They work. After-school programs work. I'm a living example that they work. And if you want to see change, you want to see a child have the opportunity to grow, support NextUp. It works.